Chris Steele here at Steel Frags. Today we will be reviewing Ramz Gold by LATTAFA. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. This helps the channel grow and it helps the world become a better smelling place, one video at a time, one like at a time, one comment at a time, one subscriber at a time. So, this is a lovely smell. I actually have had this in my collection for quite a while. I bought it last year. Just for whatever reason, didn't get around to reviewing it, but this is actually probably one of my favorite and I would say most underrated LATTAFAs, and I will show you why in a moment. So let's get into the notes. In the top, we have apple, pear, peach, sweet orange, and black currant. Bro, we got a whole full, like a whole fruit salad in the top there. So apple, pear, peach, sweet orange, and black currant in the top. In the middle, we have jasmine sambac, rose, and orange blossom. In the base, we have sandalwood, white musk, patchouli, and vanilla. Man, I don't know why this doesn't get as much recognition or hype or anything like that, but this thing is an absolute unit. It is a performer. It smells great. If you're into fruity fragrances or sweet fragrances, this is great. This can be unisex as well. I will tell you what I get out of it in a minute, but let's also look at the bottle. Like, I know a lot of people don't like this bottle. I don't like the cap in particular. I think the cap is a little tacky looking, but let me see if I can get some light. Yeah, but I really love this, how they raise these words about the glass. It gives it a nice texture, and it has a good weight on it. It's not a cheap, it looks cheap, but it's not a cheap bottle. It has some weight on it. The cap isn't great, but I mean, it does kind of sit in place. You don't want to try to grab this by the top though, because that's not going to work. Anyway, let's get into this masterpiece. Let's experience this on scan. Oh, God. And immediately in the opening, you get a full fruit basket. You're getting, again, apple, a heavy pear. The pear is like really sweet, but it's kind of soft at the same time. I know they say there's orange in there. I can smell it sweet. That's probably where the sweetness is coming from, as well as the black currant. So you get hit with this really like aromatic sweetness where you have a really juicy pear and slightly almost like a peach. I know not everybody's big peach fans, but there is a little bit of peachiness to it, but I think that's actually coming from the apple. But you get a really, really nice sweet pear. And this thing dries down fairly slowly. In the dry down, you're going to start getting more and more musk. And the best way I can describe this musk is that it is almost like a downy, drier sheet kind of musk. So it has a what do you call it? A drier sheet freshness to it. Like the little dryer sheets you put in the dryer when you wash your clothes. It has that kind of freshness, but there is this juicy musk that carries the rest of that fruit, and that jasmine. Man, that jasmine is beautiful. The jasmine comes right in the middle. It's like the note that's in between the fruits and then the musk and the heavier notes like the sandalwood and stuff like that. It's in between those, and it just holds it together. This thing is amazing. So I'll get into the things that I like most about this fragrance, okay? So first off, it is a fruit fragrance, but it is sweet. And I can see if you're, a macho man, if, you wrestle around in thumbtacks and fight bears and jump out of moving cars. If you're that kind of guy, I can see you probably not digging the sweetness as much. But if you're more into just smelling good and you want something that's a a very mass appealing fragrance, but at the same time unique and sweet without being sickeningly sweet. LATTAFA Ramz is that fragrance. If you love fruit, if you love musk, Middle Eastern style fragrances, as far as that musk go, it is more of a Middle Eastern musk, but don't get it twisted. This is not a animalic or barnyard musk at all. It's not animalic at all. It is a very fresh, refreshing musk, almost like fresh laundry or like dryer sheets, basically. Um, yeah, amazing smell. Oh my god! And the second thing that I have to say that I love about this fragrance that you will probably love as well, it is a performer. This thing performs really well and it is criminally underrated. It performs so well that I could put this up against some of my other LATTAFAs that some people would consider beast mode. There are certain LATTAFAs that I've bought in the past that don't get me wrong, they're not bad performers. They're just above average. But a lot of people say they're beast mode. Sometimes people have different kinds of skin chemistry. On my skin, I'm easily getting 6 to 7 hours, 8 hours with this. On your clothes, you're going to have it in there until you wash them, until you are baptized in the waters of Ethiopia. You are not getting this out. This thing is strong. It is not a obnoxious strength, but it is very strong to the point where you can walk in a room and after a few minutes, somebody's going to smell you, no matter where they are. They're going to kind of get something in the air and be like, ooh, that smells good. So compliment factor is very high. So sillage, you're going to get about a 1 to 2 foot bubble throughout the life of the fragrance if you spray like me. I like to spray my clothes. I like to spray around my neck and my pressure points. I spray a little bit everywhere. So if you give this a healthy amount of sprays, it's going to stick with you and you're going to be noticed. The projection, like I said, 2 foot. Sillage is very good. Sillage is very, very good. Stellar sillage. I don't even have to talk too much about that because if you know about LATTAFA, you know all their fragrances have really good sillage. Occasions. Now, you can't dress this one up. Do not go out there with a tuxedo and be walking around with some LATTAFA Ramz on because you're going to look like a damn fool. I would go casual with this. This is more like walk on the beach, picnics, barbecues. You could even hit the club with this. This is definitely club worthy. Now, I will say that it will, because it has the presence, it has the sweetness, it has the muskiness, it has freshness all at the same time. So it will definitely make a good impression. A casual date night. Let me make that very clear. This works on a casual date night. If you're going to like TGI Fridays, or you're going to see a movie, or you're just going to Netflix and chill or whatever, that works for this. Don't put on a zoot suit or, don't get caught out there in a tuxedo wearing this. Okay. Just don't do it. This is not blazer friendly. It's not meant for that. It's a very playful, extremely sweet, mass appealing type of fragrance while being fresh. Seasons. Now, this is where it's very fluid. I've worn this in the summer. I've worn it in the spring. I've worn it in the fall. The wintertime, I could wear it, but I usually don't because I have a lot of other fragrances that I can choose from during that season. So I don't really find myself reaching for this so much in the winter just because I have an abundance of winter fragrances. But like I said, summer, spring, fall, and those can all be in those very casual outside or even inside, type of situations. It has that kind of performance where this can be an outdoor fragrance as well as an indoor fragrance. And don't get it twisted now. It's not it's not an obnoxious smell. That's another thing I love about this. Very mass appealing. Anybody who likes the smell of fruit or like fresh laundry, they're gonna love this. And it sits, to me, it's almost in that realm of herba pura, that kind of DNA, which I'm falling more and more in love with that kind of DNA. But it has that sort of it's in that sort of realm where you got musk and fruit playing the majority, and then the freshness kind of blending in. Anyway, if you guys don't have this one, check it out. It's only about $25 on Amazon, and it's really good. Really, really good. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the video. If you guys liked, enjoyed, got any kind of pleasure, enjoyment, knowledge out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps make the world a better smelling place. Now, we have an abundance of funky people on YouTube. There are funky people all throughout our life. They're on YouTube. They're on Facebook. They're in your office. They're walking in the same restaurant as you, sitting down next to you. Okay? Funk is an epidemic. It's worse than the previous epidemic we had. Okay? Funk is chronic. Funk can be fatal. Okay? I've seen small cats go into cardiac arrest over body odor. Okay, so please wash yourselves, and then after you're all clean, make the world a better smelling place. Do the right thing. Make the world a better smelling place. That's just my PSA. Anyway, like, subscribe, enjoy your fragrances, and stay blessed. Until next time, you know the deal. Peace.